Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, Charles, the Indianapolis Colts, you remember this year they started 1-5. That was back on October 14th. That was their record. And then you look up after Week 15, that 23-0 win over Dallas that you called, and they really have turned this season around. How have they done it?
What they've done is they've stayed the course. You know, from the general manager to the head coach, Frank Reich, they had a plan in place. They understood what they were trying to accomplish. They waited for some guys to get healthy. And Andrew Luck's right arm got healthier and healthier, and that team really came together. They've now won 7 out of their last 8 after Week 15, and if they get into the playoffs, they're a type of team that no one really wants to play.
They'll run with Matt, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, easy. Hey, easy.
They're going to go. It's locked. And he's got his man Hilton. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Matt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a carry from Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Luck. His throw incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines from 21 yards away. And the Colts are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Well, the Atlanta Falcons, their offense takes the field again, and the story for them this year, if you had to sum it up in one word, I think you would agree, it's been injuries in 2018. This is not the year they expected to have. And
it really happened on both sides of the ball, but it happened bigger on the defensive side of the ball. Keanu Neal, their free safety. Ricardo Allen, their strong safety. Deion Jones missed 10 games at middle linebacker. Flip it over to the offense. Devontae Freeman missed much of the season at running back. Both starting guards, Brandon Fusco and Andy Levitre, were both out. You're exactly right. Injuries were the name of the game for the Falcons in 2018. Hopefully they can get everyone back and move forward because that's a dynamite team when they're all together.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He won't go down. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So out come the Falcons now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another 1st down. To throw again is Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken short. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break. Luck escaping, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might have.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Gun. Hey, express. Left.
To throw is Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Gun. 21. Ready. 280. Hey, South. Hey, Tuesday. 11. On. Ready to go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Go hard. Be right.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Luck. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Just beating the play clock is Luck. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Find Ridley on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Hey, South! Like 25!
Again, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 29 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Luck on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
674. Let's go. 12.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ride 40. Ride 62.
Right back to him on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set. Downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's checking. On. 36.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Nice little juke. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Luck. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Luck now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And this one is right through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
name?
Hey, yo, Mac, let the
Ladies
beat
and
drop.
gentlemen,